There comes a stage in life, usually after 40, when pain no longer comes from the outside. It comes from inside you, from memories you wish you had forgotten, from words spoken years ago that still echo in the back of your mind, from people you trusted, who walked away as if your heart meant nothing, from losses that still sit inside your chest, heavy, sharp, and impossible to explain. You don't break like you used to when you were young, but the pain has aged with you. It has grown quieter, deeper, heavier. It doesn't shout, it waits. It hides in silence, just beneath the surface, and you feel it in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day when everything is normal, and suddenly your heart feels tight again. You sit alone sometimes, staring at a wall, wondering, why does this still hurt? You try to distract yourself, but the ache returns. Emotional pain doesn't go away just because time passes. Sometimes time makes it sharper. And just when you start thinking no one will ever understand what you carry, something shifts in the room. Not a sound, not a movement, just a presence. Quiet, calm, steady, like someone placing a hand on your heart from the inside. Jesus is suddenly there, not in a dramatic flash, but in the way comfort enters a hurting soul. He sits beside you gently, the way someone sits beside a person who has suffered for too long. His eyes don't look at your face, they look at your story, the wounds you've hidden, the battles you fought in silence, and with a voice softer than the pain in your chest, he says, "You've carried this too long." You swallow hard because deep inside you know he's right. Jesus leans closer and whispers, "Pain that is hidden grows, pain that is carried alone destroys, but pain given to me heals." And suddenly your eyes begin to fill, not with loud tears but with quiet ones, the kind that come from wounds that have lived inside your soul for decades. Jesus waits, patient, calm, not pushing, not forcing, just waiting for the truth you've been holding. Your voice trembles as you whisper your pain, the betrayal that still feels new, the regret that punches your chest, the loss that wakes you up at 3 a.m., the loneliness you've learned to live with because you had no other choice. And Jesus listens. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't correct. He listens like someone who has walked through every moment with you, even the ones no one else knew about. When the last word leaves your lips, Jesus places his hand over yours, not over your skin but over your wound. The room suddenly feels warmer, softer. Your breathing deepens. Your shoulders loosen for the first time in years. And Jesus whispers, "You don't heal by forgetting the pain. You heal by letting me hold it with you." His voice drops even lower as he says, "I cannot erase what happened, but I can remove the power it has over you." Something inside you shifts. It doesn't break. It releases. The pain is still there, but it no longer feels like a chain around your heart. It feels lighter. For the first time in years, you feel like you can breathe without your chest tightening. Jesus stands slowly, gives you a look that melts every wall you've built to protect yourself and says, "You are not alone in this anymore." And as he steps away, something inside you begins to change. The storm doesn't disappear instantly, but it finally begins to slow. The weight you've carried begins to lift. A quiet strength rises where the hurt once lived. Because the truth is simple, pain breaks you when you carry it alone, but heals when you give it to Jesus.